Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Dean Nora Lewis, distinguished faculty, colleagues, and fellows, honored guests, Pennsylvania Speaker of the House of Representatives, Joanna McClinton. We're delighted to have you. And of course, the Fels MPA class of 2023. Good evening and welcome, everyone. I'm John Lipinski, and I'm one of the faculty directors of the Fels Institute of Government. And it's my special privilege and honor to share this very special moment with you. We are assembled today to celebrate the Fels graduates of the class of 2023. To all the family and friends with us today, I know you must feel very proud to witness this crowning achievement in these students' lives. Please join me in congratulating all of them. I also want to thank everybody for coming today, especially all of the mothers. This is Mother's Day, and on behalf of all of us, we also want to recognize all of you. Mothers are probably the most important person in most people's lives, and I want to give everybody, for all the mothers in the room, whether that they're parents or students, I want to make sure to give everybody a round of applause for that too. So I'm gonna, the first thing that I wanna start off today is I wanna talk a little bit about and say something about the students. And I wanna say the thing that I think that's just extremely important sort of for me and for everybody else associated at Fels is that we just wanna let you know that we're extremely proud of you guys. We know that this program is committed to public service and that you are, and you make us extremely proud. And I guess I wanna say a little bit why you make me proud. And the reason why you make me proud is that I've got to know I got to know a lot of you, right? And some of you, well, some of you not as well as what I've hoped. But the good news on that is that the way Fels works is you're going to be a part of the Fels family for a long time. So if I didn't get to spend a lot of time with you or get to know you, I hope to get to know you in the not too distant future. But the reason why you guys make me proud is that I saw you guys come in for, at varying points. And when you came in, there was a lot of, you didn't know, I guess, fully what to expect. And one of the things that I sort of saw in you, all of you, is that you guys have tremendous grit. And the reason why I want to sort of say this is I think that one of the things that maybe we don't say on sort of orientation day is the program's going to be hard. We kind of allude to it and all that, but we may not fully say it as much as we maybe should. But the thing is, and a lot of you, sort of when you came in and started taking classes, I think that you were really challenged. You first start off, you start taking economics, you take statistics, you take, sort of some of you are taking data science courses, and you had to learn these things. And for some of you, actually for almost everyone, it was really hard. And I think that there were different moments, like when I think that some of you might, might have not been certain. Right? You might think am I going to become good at this? Am I going to become a good data scientist? Am I going to really learn public economics? Am I going to be able to sort of do program evaluation in a really rigorous way? And it was a real joy, for us to sort of watch you, in some instances, maybe struggle a little bit, but then really quickly overcome that struggle and sort of become really good sort of at this and really gain the tools and the skills and other sorts of things that you need to be successful in this field. And I also want to say what makes me proud is you did this in a moment that's uncertain. Right? And what I mean by that is that, yes, we're all back in class now and in person, and we're not in that COVID moment. But in any case, people talk about that we're living in this post-COVID world, but what does that even mean? Right? Things are different and I think things are difficult. And what I saw is a lot of people looking at faces out here sort of overcome difficulties and obstacles and maybe, and just really, really excel. And I'm telling you that for everybody over here and myself, it really made me proud. And so, and when I, when I think about that, about how you guys persevered, and I think that what you've really done is you've shown me at least that I think that you guys are ready to be public servants. And I think that you really guys learned, over the course of the years, not in just the tools courses, but just in general, I think that you sort of learned, what it means, why you came here. I think you all probably had a sense of like why you're coming here, but I think that you really realize that the reason why you wanted to be here, and I talked to so many of you about it, is that you want to go into public service, and I think that you now actually know what that sort of, even if you knew what it meant coming in, I think you know a little bit more now sort of what that sort of means. And so I really want to take a second and just again congratulate you for all of these accomplishments. So like I said, you now know that public service is a calling, and I know that you guys have dedicated yourself to the pursuit of the public good. You have the skills that you need, like I briefly said, you've learned public economics, you've learned finance, you've learned program evaluation, and you've really honed your communication skills. So you're Fels graduates now, and I know you're going to go out there and make a difference in the world. And this world, what I'd say is that the reason why it's all so special for us is this is a world that needs you guys. Right? It's a world that's full of hurt, and I know that you guys are going to go out there and full of need, and I know that you're going to actually go out there and make the world a lot better place. And I can't wait to see what you guys will do. And the good news is that I'm going to know sort of what you guys are doing, because one of the things that's great about Fels, like sort of it's a smaller, intimate program, and again, it's one of the best parts of the jobs is that as alumni, so you're now part of the Fels family, and you will come back. I mean, you guys saw that like when you were here. I mean, you saw how many mentors we came through, how many alumni we came through giving talks, people coming and speaking in courses, and it's just a great, feeling for me, and I think it's going to become a great feeling for you now that you will sort of, it's not like that you are graduating, and I'm sure you guys are going to be very happy to get that, sort of diploma, but you're not leaving, right? And I think that that's really sort of important for us. And so today, you may feel like the challenges are all over, maybe a little bit, because you're graduating. And you should, again, celebrate. We will have the beer garden at your guys' disposal in an hour or so. But as you rest and prepare for your next move, I hope that the excitement builds. For again, I want you guys to know that this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the path for you. So we honor you today for your achievements thus far and cannot wait to see how you help to shape this world for the better. And I want to continue the program. I'm going to now hand it over to Matt Lewandowski, who's going to be presenting our teaching awards. And I want to, and Matt is a co-faculty director sort of the Fels program. And so Matt, if I could actually hand it off to you, that would be great. So again, thank you all.
Sorry, even after all these years, I still need my notes. Good evening. As John mentioned, I'm Matt Lewandowski. I work with John as the faculty co-director. And thanks so much to everyone for joining us here tonight. So this will be the last graduation for me as my 5-year term as faculty director comes to a close. But I'm delighted to look out and see so many students that I know will be ready to take the principles of public service and do the great things that Fels graduates have done for decades now. So Lauren Russell will be joining John as Fels co-director in the coming weeks, and under their leadership, I know Fels will continue to have an extremely bright future. But tonight, it's my privilege and honor to join with you tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. But at this time, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the recipient of our 2023 Teaching Award. So this year, our Teaching Award goes to Samantha Sanjanito. So it's... So what I think is particularly nice about this award, unlike some other awards at Penn, is that it's not chosen by faculty, but instead chosen by the students. And it honors an outstanding instructor at Fels, which certainly exemplifies Sam. So she's a core instructor for the full-time MPA program, where she teaches our statistics for public policy class and our very popular data science and public policy elective. And not only is Sam a Fels graduate, she actually was my student. So it's very special for me to get to give my own student a teaching award. So rather than have me talk about Sam, I thought I'd read a couple of the quotes from student nominations, because I think they really exemplifies what makes Sam so richly deserving of this award. So one student wrote, "The Professor Sanjanita's class helped me become the math person I never thought I could be. In addition to being a phenomenal instructor, she has an unmatched spirit. She challenges and encourages you, and has even helped me discover my love of art, which I didn't think I had. Sam restored my confidence in my academic abilities during my time at Fels, and I cannot thank her more. While coding is not my strong suit, Sam made sure that I believed in myself even when it seemed impossible." And finally, I cannot say enough incredible words about Professor Sam. She is patient when teaching a subject that very few come into Fels knowing. She's the best instructor that I've had in all of my many years of schooling. So I think that's just a sort of smattering of some of the nominations we got for Sam and why the students value her instruction so highly. So through her courses, students leave with a new understanding and appreciation of what they are capable of as public leaders and thinkers. And so we are very proud to give this award to Sam, and please join me in congratulating her. All right, to continue with our program, Fels core instructor Sean Cates, Sam, Claire Robertson-Kraft, and Lauren Russell will now hand out our student awards. So first up, please welcome Sean Cates.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sean Cates, and I'm a core professor at Fels. And happy Mother's Day, and happy graduation day. So congratulations to everybody here, either being a mother, a child, a parent, a student. Congratulations on knowing someone as special as one of our graduates, or being one of our graduates, which I guess you also know them. We're now going to take a few minutes to recognize some of our graduating students who are receiving special awards today in recognition of their unique academic, leadership, or public services achievements. When your name is called, please step forward and come up to the stage to receive your award. First, I am pleased to present the Melissa R. Kaplan Fellowship Award. This award serves to honor the life of Melissa R. Kaplan, who was an outstanding student, passionate advocate, and active member of the Fels community. The award was donated in her memory by her parents, William and Susan Kaplan. The honoree each year is selected by the Fels faculty directors and administrative leadership in consultation with the Kaplans to honor a student whose interests and achievements exemplify Melissa's legacy. I am pleased to present this year's Kaplan Award to Nicole Wangari Mejia, and Zhao Zhong. Zizi's not going to be here with us tonight, but thank you, Nicole. Here is. I think we're looking at.
Hi, everyone. I am one of the core faculty members at Fels, and it is my distinct pleasure to present the John K. Parker Scholarship Award today. The John K. Parker Scholarship is awarded to an MPA student who has demonstrated outstanding commitment to public service and their community at Fels. It was established by the classmates of John K. Parker, class of '63, to recognize his especially distinguished career in public service. Mr. Parker was described as a good friend, classmate, and leader who left us all better off for knowing him and the world of local government better off for his leadership. I am pleased to present this year's Parker Award to a student who truly exemplifies the spirit of this award and who is literally a joy to know. The award goes to Joy Namunoga.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Claire Robertson Kraft, and I'm a core instructor in the Executive MPA program. And it is my honor to present 2 awards today to 2 students who I've had the privilege of teaching over the last couple of years. First, the Public Service Award recognizes a graduate who has demonstrated the highest levels of commitment to public service and social good outside of the Penn community, as nominated by their peers. With this year's Public Service Award, we recognize a student who has exemplified the Fels passion for public service through his volunteering, professional work, and civic engagement. Jason Daniel Evans. Hard act to follow. The Institutional Service Award goes to a graduate who has demonstrated exemplary service to the Fels and Penn community through their time as a Fels student, as nominated by their peers. I am pleased to present this year's Institutional Service Award to a student who has consistently been a great advocate for the Fels and Penn community, Carlin Crawley.
My name is Lauren Russell, and I'm a core faculty member for the MPA programs and one of the incoming faculty directors. I'm pleased to present 2 special awards this evening. First, our Academic Achievement Awards. We have 1 from each of the 2 programs. The Academic Achievement Award goes to the graduate from each cohort who has demonstrated the highest level of academic proficiency throughout their time at Fels, as demonstrated by grade point average and faculty recommendations. For the full-time cohort, the Academic Achievement Award goes to Jiaoshin Zhang, and for the executive cohort, the Academic Achievement Award goes to Caitlin Balota Rajagopalan. Finally, the Audrey Miller Paritsky Leadership Prize. The Audrey Miller Paritsky Leadership Prize is awarded to a graduating Fels student who has demonstrated superior leadership abilities while at Fels. This award honors the life and leadership of Audrey Miller Paritsky, who was actively involved in advocating for educational equality and passed away in 2004 after her battle with cancer. This year, we are pleased to present the 2023 Paritsky Prize to a student whose leadership and steadfast involvement consistently shows through, Dennis J. Mahoney. Since 1937, the Fels Institute of Government has educated generations of distinguished public leaders. Their accomplishments are our legacy, and they are the authors of our history. I am confident that this year's graduating class will continue this tradition by writing their own chapter in the enduring history of Fels. Each individual graduating today has much to contribute to the public good. Today, you will hear from 2 of our graduates and get a small sample of the talent in this group. It is my great pleasure to introduce our student graduation speakers, Alicia Jiggets, representing our full-time MPA students, and R. Frank Garvey, representing our executive MPA students. Please join me in welcoming Alicia and Frank.
Good evening, and happy Mother's Day, Felsians, families, and friends. My name is Alicia Jiggets, and I am a member of the full-time MPA cohort. It is an honor to stand at this podium today as one of your student speakers, and it is an even greater honor to be here with all of you as we celebrate our graduation from the Fels Institute of Government. I cannot believe that only 9 months ago, this diverse and dynamic group of professional students came together to form this close-knit, collaborative, and transformative cohort of MPA candidates. And now, after putting in so much work over this academic year, we are fully realized public administrators. Samuel Fels believed that good government could be taught. But being taught was only a part of our journey to this moment. Above the door in the Sweeney Room, where quite a few of us have spent several days reading readings, working on homework, and just having fun, Fels instructs our institution to seek good government by teaching citizenship and administration. But being taught was only a part of our journey to this moment. In addition to being taught by our incredible Fels professors, we were actively learning what it means and what it takes to be effective public administrators. And we have undoubtedly learned a lot. Let's recap, shall we? GG plots and T-dot tests, the null hypothesis, and all the rest. Budgets, taxes, subsidies. Do y'all remember those decision trees? Descriptive statistics, mean, median, and mode. What in the world went wrong with my code? Is this new policy Pareto efficient? And what's the significance of the regression coefficient? Does the treatment group represent the whole population? And can we distinguish cooperation from collaboration? Is it useful to implement user charges and fees? Will they cause any externalities? We can talk the talk if asked about rebuild. Public management is an interesting field. But we've also spent time examining big data. In this program, we use R, not Stata. And we've sure read a lot of material as well. Recall Nicole Hannah-Jones, Jobert, Kettle? Recall also the papers and homeworks and projects, though judging your faces, you'd rather forget. So let's move on. We know that correlation does not equal causation. That was the key lesson from program evaluation. In finance, we learned to excel at Excel, though I personally can't balance my budget that well. With Mike D, we talked about leadership and how governments thrive through partnerships. In stats, Professor Sam helped us get on the ball on finding p-values, z-scores, and a confidence interval. Then Professor Cates' class was Game Theory 101, and Professor Lauren convinced us that econ is fun. In Capstone with Casey, we put in the work to ensure our deliverables demonstrate what we've put forth. Plus skill building, networking, community service. Do y'all see now just how much work we've put in? We've come such a long way from where we were to where we are, and look at how great we all are with R. And so the bottom line, or as we like to say, the takeaway, is that we each came to Fels with an eagerness to grow and to learn as both people and public servants. And we did, in fact, learn quite a lot in a short amount of time. Now, that's not to say we did not have disagreements or falling outs. We're human after all. But at the end of the day, we were able to come back together to problem solve, to find solutions, and to finish what we started. And that is what is so crucially important, because effective public administration requires leaders like us to get the work done that the people need us to get done. The promise of Fels is to equip students with the tools to be effective public sector leaders, and I believe that the promise has been fulfilled. I am so proud of us for our many accomplishments this year. From winning competitions to publishing articles, from leading organizations to completing internships, from succeeding academically to securing postgraduate jobs, each and every one of us has worked and engaged and achieved. And after bearing witness to all that we have done in just this 1 year, I cannot wait to see the transformative work that I know we all will do in the years to come. I am so thankful for the opportunity to learn alongside each of you this year and to cross this graduation stage with you tonight. Furthermore, I am appreciative of the time I got to get to know all of you, both in the classroom and out. And lastly, I am immensely grateful for the support we have all received from our families, our friends, and the Fels faculty and staff, because they have all played an integral role in getting us to this moment. Thank you all for this fulfilling academic experience, and congratulations, my fellow Felsians, on making it to the end. And now, it is my pleasure to welcome Frank Garvey from the Executive MPA cohort to the stage.
Thank you, Alicia. Good evening, professors, parents, friends, family, my fellow Felsians. Before I begin this evening, I would also like to wish everyone a very happy Mother's Day. Just so you all know, we did all get together and get you something. It's a master's degree for us, your kids. We're gonna hold on to it, but you can kind of think of it as one of those like macaroni art projects, just with much, much fancier paper. But I digress. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start off tonight with a little bit of a history lesson. About 247 years ago, and just a few blocks from here, down on the Philly waterfront, Thomas Paine wrote, "We have it in our power to begin the world over again." And just like when Paine wrote those words in 1776, we are also in a time of great social disruption. Every day we see the world as we know it shifting and changing, sometimes for the better and sometimes for the worst. But underneath each of these with each of these changes, there is a current that runs underneath all of them. Opportunity. The opportunity for people with the courage and vision to see how we can find a way to make our neighbors' lives better, our community more just and more equitable. And the people that are going to do that, the ones with that courage and that vision, that's us. And do not doubt for 1 second that we are the people that can do it. Because for the past 2 years, we have been preparing for this moment. Every late night spent writing a paper, every ounce of coffee we have consumed from the Wawas of West Philadelphia, they have been in preparation for this great step forward that we get the privilege to take. Today, we will walk out of the doors of this building with the toolbox we need to fix the problems that our community faces. Our courses have given us the foundation that we need to make our world better. From public management to statistics to finance and everything in between, we have learned things that we had never known before. This knowledge that we have gained will serve as the bedrock beneath our feet for every step we take moving forward in our lives. From the government to nonprofits to the private sector, everywhere we go will be a better place because of our time here at Fels. Not only have we spent the past 2 years learning from our classes, but we have also had the distinct pleasure of learning from each other. When we walked into that mansion on Walnut in the fall of 2021, we had no idea who we were, just 30 some odd strangers in a very tiny classroom. But now, after 2 years and countless nights in front of the bonfire at City Tap House, I know that I can say that I have learned just as much from my classmates, these men and women that I have the distinct privilege to call my dear friends, as I did from our courses. We have laughed together, grown together, and discovered something new about each other every weekend. And as we sit here today, it's important to remember that we did not make it here alone. Behind every single one of us, there has been someone who has been supporting us along the way. Be it a partner, a parent, a grandparent, a friend, we are all here tonight because of them. They have made sure that we ate dinner before our Monday night class marathons, been understanding when we said, sorry, I can't come out, I have class that weekend, and listened patiently when we have tried to explain what the phrase, trust the process, actually means. Okay, that last one might just be me, but y'all get the idea. So, to all of you here today that have walked with us on this journey, I know I speak for everyone wearing a cap and gown when I say thank you. We love you all very much, and we wouldn't have made it here without you. And now, my friends, as our time here at Fels comes to a close, we will leave here with all of these things that we need, those tools to begin the world over again. So today and tomorrow, let's celebrate because we have earned that. But on Tuesday, go grab your toolbox and hop to it because we got some work to do. And now I would love to welcome my fellow EMPA graduate, Kaola Harrington, to introduce our keynote speaker. Thank you.
Can we give another round of applause for Frank? Hello to my fellow graduates. We are here, we made it. Give yourself a round of applause. And to our family and our friends, thank you for being here with us as well. As Frank mentioned, I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Joanna McClinton, who is the Pennsylvania Speaker of the House of Representatives. And before I get into Joanna's impressive biography, I just want to share a personal story. Joanna and I actually grew up in the same neighborhood, and so I've had the pleasure of knowing her both professionally and personally. And when I think about where we come from, you don't just become the House Speaker by coincidence. It is through her leadership, her hard work, the time that she has put in, her commitment and kindness to the people she serves, but also her willingness to get along with her colleagues even when they don't share the same beliefs. And when I think about Joanna, I really think about the love that you show everybody. I think about the kindness to the people, no matter if you're working or you're not. You'll always get Joanna in the same graceful manner. And so I can't wait for you all to get to see her, to experience her, and to see what I've seen in her throughout the years, even before she was an elected official. And so a few words about her biography. So Joanna McClinton is the Pennsylvania Speaker, House of Representatives. She was first elected in 2015 to serve communities in West and Southwest Philadelphia, as well as Yeadon and Darby in Delaware County. As a state lawmaker, she has made history not once, not twice, but 3 times. In 2018, when she became the first woman and the first African American to lead the House Democratic Caucus chair, and again in 2020, when she was the first woman elected to the House Democratic leader in the institution's 244 history. In February 2023, Joanna was elected Speaker of the Pennsylvania House. She was the first woman to serve in this position and the nation's oldest legislator, and also the second African American to ever serve in this role. As a lifelong resident of Southwest Philadelphia and a graduate of Grace Temple Christian Academy, she became active in her community while completing an internship with the radio station WDAS. Later, she studied political science and leadership and global understanding at LaSalle University. After earning her degree, she enrolled at Villanova University School of Law, interning at Regional Housing Legal Services, the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office, and the Defenders Association of Philadelphia. She was an assistant public defender for 7 years and became assistant chief of the East Zone during her last year helping other attorneys with case preparation. In 2013, Speaker McClinton combined her passion for public service and law by becoming chief counsel to Senator Anthony Hardy Williams, where she worked behind the scenes to develop policy, legislation. She organized expungement fairs, public policy forums, and assisting constituents. If you all could join me in welcoming our keynote speaker for today, Joanna McClinton.
Congratulations to the class of 2023. Let's give them another round of applause. I was sharing with Keola, this is my first commencement, so I'm rather excited. And before you get bored, I'll just say if I had to get some assistance from the tremendous faculty on how to put this on. I haven't had it on since 2006. Whew. It's been a while. But I'm so honored to be here. My name is Joanna McClinton. I serve my neighbors just a couple of miles down, and I'm thrilled to be your commencement speaker and just proud of all your incredible hard work. I recognize your tremendous faculty, staff, and all of your friends, your family members, and the members of your village that have helped to get you here. I have a very special thank you for this opportunity. I'm so excited because I can recall, although not at all a fellow alumna, I can recall when I reached milestones in my educational career, what a relief. Can we just let out a sigh? I'm serious. Go ahead and let it out, a little woosah. A real relief. You stay up late, you work very hard, you have to prepare, and it seems at times, especially if you're balancing all of your personal commitments and responsibility, which who is not? Everyone is, whether or not you have your own family or you're doing it on your own. It's so much work to get to this point. So I'm very, very proud of you. I'm so excited. And for just a few minutes, I want to make sure that as you leave this beautiful National Constitution Center, and as we are in the birthplace of our nation's democracy, that you know that there's a lot of work that you have to do now that you've gotten all the other work behind you. All eyes are on you. Everybody is very excited to know that we have leaders in our midst, especially in this graduating class, that will resolve the issues that we face in Harrisburg and that others face in Washington, D.C., and needless to say, the enthusiasm and excitement that everyone who lives in this city has about the future of City Hall. We know that you have a lot of work to do ahead and that you are a part of a very politically engaged group with over 8.3 million newly eligible voters. And certainly what's a little bit different depending on where you are in the generation spectrum. I'm an elder millennial. You can figure that out, Google it. But as an elder millennial, for those of you who are Generation Z, we are just proud to know that you have been able to experience things and see them happen and have viewpoints that are much more open, welcoming, and more diverse than generations that precede you. We know that in addition to being the first generation to have full access to the internet, I'm sure none of you, or maybe a couple, had the AOL CD. Everybody else will have to Google that too to remember what is that. But growing up in a fast-paced world, growing up on the internet and learning what it means to be involved in both politics and to have viewpoints that are progressive and to see advocacy in action, you recognize the disparity in how some are treated differently than others. And you're simply a movement not only by yourself, but you're truly a force when you work together. So as this part of your journey ends and another part begins, I want to share with you a phrase that I learned from my youngest constituents. My youngest constituents are the ones that are still in grade school. And when I go and do town halls in my district, whether I'm in Yaden or in West Philadelphia, I encourage them, engage in the way that you are and teach me some youthful vocabulary. And one of the things that they've taught me is something called no cap. Who's heard of that? Okay, we see a few hands. No cap. So it means that you have to tell the truth. You cannot fabricate. You cannot say anything that is untrue. And I won't use the L word because my late grandmother would say I shouldn't say it here. So the no cap theory, I have an acronym today. The C stands for challenges, the A stands for action, and P is going to stand for persistence. Challenges. In every part of life, there are challenges. Even when you get this distinguished premier degree, you will find in your journey, you'll still face challenges. There's something that we cannot escape. Challenges are a part of everyday life, but you have to meet your challenges head on. There's so many challenges where we see people making efforts every single day, trying to take away our sacred right to vote, trying to dilute our democracy, trying to make it go to a point in history to 50 years ago when there were fewer rights for women. We see challenges in every facet of life, but we have to be able to confront them. I've had challenges all along my journey. I cannot say that there was red carpet rolled out at me from my first semester in college when my political science professor wrote me a long note saying most of it I shouldn't have procrastinated to do the paper, but the other part of it was I should change my major because political science wasn't for me. Well, that wonderful adjunct member I of course never took again, but I'm happy to say that notwithstanding that challenge, my first semester in college, 4 years later, I graduated in Pi Sigma Alpha with distinguished honors from the political science honors. And I don't know what he saw when I was 17 years old that he couldn't predict, now that I'm 40 years old and Speaker of the House. But we have challenges. We will have challenges. But the key with the challenges is to take the so what attitude. We cannot let people take us off of our path, and we cannot get to the point where we are no longer pursuing our dreams, because if it's not people who discourage us, it's the circumstances of life. So you've got to go to yourself and say, no matter what the challenges are, I'm going to face them head on. And then the next thing, once you recognize you have challenges, you have to take actions to deal with them. And dealing with them, taking action means, what does it mean? It's something different for all of us. For some, it means running for office. For others, it means working behind the scenes. We certainly hope that many of you will consider Harrisburg. We need a lot of help up there. Go to governmentjobs.com. Take action. I'm serious. But seriously, you have to take the active steps to get to where you see yourself going in life's journey. And to be quite frank, I could have never predicted that this moment in time I'd be doing this type of work, number one, and certainly not doing the work I'm doing on behalf of the entire chamber. But nevertheless, by meeting the challenges I face and by taking the actions to overcome them, I then found myself to a point for the P, and that is to be persistent. It's easy to say it's too much and I have to do something else. There's an easier path. But the truth of the matter is, what if folks who come generations before us have said that? What if folks who come centuries before us had said that? We must be persistent in this moment of time because we recognize the things that are not right right in this society, whether you're looking at the local news or the international news, and certainly whether you're looking at the national news. How many of us see things every single day that are not right, that should not be happening? But now you can put your hands down. Who's going to do something about it? Oh, I like that. I like that. Let's give them a hand. It's one thing for us to see the challenges. It's another thing for us to take the actions necessary that are persistent every day to be able to overcome them. We have so many obstacles that we're facing at this moment in time, whether we're talking about the direction in which our nation is headed, the future of this beautiful place I've called home my entire life in this city, Philadelphia. We need help, and not just the help in the sense of great, tremendous staff. We need people who will not be intimidated by the size of our challenges, using all of the tools that you worked very hard to get into your toolbox because you did not learn it through osmosis, but it was through all the things that our sister here laid out. I won't try to do your poem, although I was listening. It was through all those things. When we see the problems and we take action and we make sure that it's persistent, we will be able to be a part of the change. And that's the optimism I'm going to leave the stage with. The fact that there will be change coming with you all at the forefront of it. You all leading institutions, you all leading in government and leading in private institutions that will give back. When we look at the issues in our communities have been waiting on you. We've been waiting on your ideas. We've been waiting on your passion. We've been waiting on your enthusiasm, because only you have your lived experience that you will bring to every role that you pursue from this moment forward. So I am so very proud of you. I congratulate you one last time. And now make sure each and every one of you get to work, because we need your help. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you again, Speaker McClinton, for being a real role model for our students and for your dedication to public service. Let's give her another round of applause. Hello, everyone. My name is Mindy Zacharias, and I'm the director here at Fels. It has been my pleasure to work closely with these amazing individuals throughout their graduate studies. And I have the great joy and honor of recognizing our graduate students by name this evening. So graduates, when I call your name, please come up to the stage to be recognized. Okay. The following individuals have completed the requirements for the Master of Public Administration degree at the University of Pennsylvania. Ayodeji Aladisalmi. Abigail Barman. Sarah Harrison Benchamal. Theodore Bordelon. Rawan Shakar Bukamsin. Zhe Chen. Carlin Crawley. Henry Danjoli. Xavius De Silva Thompson. Jason Daniel Evans. Weizhang Fang. R. Frank Garvey. Keola Harrington. Yi Bing He. Kirsten Elizabeth Hine. Abigail Hughes. Rachel Ione. Alicia Jiggets. Carmen Jones. Colin Cather. Olivia Rico Kirchberg. Sang-hoon Kwan. Ryan McInnes. Nicole Wangari Mahia. Dennis J. Mahoney. Joy Namunoga. Nithya Pathalam. Brett Phillip. Caitlin Balada Rajagapalan. Mary Riteza. Jessica Richards. Mallory Richards. Alexa Salas. McKenna Naomi Sampson. Ambika Devi Singh. Sebastian Steele. Xavier Octavio Stewart. Jack Strapone. Justin Tibbles. Nikki Verwood. Trevor Ryan Waldron. Christopher Dylan Ward. Maureen Quinn Yamamoto. Xiaoyue Yang. Rochi Yao. Andrea Buchanan Zaleski. And Ada Zeshuan Shu. Let's give one more round of applause to our class of 2023. And now for our closing remarks, Vice Dean Nora Lewis.
Thank you, Mindy. I've had the privilege of getting to know a few members of this exceptional Fels class of 2023, and I'm truly honored to be here to share your celebration this evening. Class of 2023, you made a bold and courageous choice to pursue your graduate education at an exceptional time, a time marked by disruption and change locally, nationally, and globally. You've not only worked hard, as we've heard, you've surmounted challenges that most of us could never have imagined just a few years ago. You've demonstrated resilience and what Penn psychology professor Angela Duckworth calls grit. You've chosen the path of action to become agents of change for the better. These qualities will continue to serve you well, for as Speaker McClinton and others have noted, now the real fun and the real work begin. Your opportunity not only to do well, but to do good in the world. We hope and believe that your Fels education has equipped you to meet the challenges facing our communities, and we're excited to follow your next steps as members of the dynamic Fels alumni community. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Graduates, family and friends, faculty, alumni, and honored guests. A special thanks again to Speaker McClinton and distinguished guests for being with us. And another thank you to the Fels staff who worked so hard to plan and execute today's ceremony. This concludes the formal part of our event, but just a few quick announcements before we process. We encourage all graduates to attend tomorrow's university commencement, where the official conferral of degrees will occur. Commencement begins at 10:15 a.m. at Franklin Field. Graduates are asked to report at 8:45 a.m. to the intersection of Locust Walk and 39th Street wearing academic regalia. Signs will direct you to the appropriate assembly area. I suggest be there extra early tomorrow. There's going to be a special guest. We ask the audience to stay seated until the graduates have processed out, but we invite you all to join us at the Independence Beer Garden for a reception to celebrate our graduates. The reception will begin immediately following the recessional. Long day. Thank you all again, and congratulations, class of 2023.